give? How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You run the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set. 50 hands. Touchdown. 55. Got you. I got you, son.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On first down, Drake. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Go, go, go.
On second and 9, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. Now that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. Murray gets this one to Isabella. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down.
Check, check. First down.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They'll start the drive with Drake. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO, eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Murray going to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56. Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray, that's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Go. Echo. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Right there. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Marvin Hall, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, and the Panthers have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stacey McGee drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Their own 46-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to go back to more there, but it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Give me some. Back 30 yards.
Bridgewater. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy. able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Kill. Check three. Smoke.
Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
A final shot before half from Murray. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now it's Peterson. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they'd have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Check 56. Let's get some penetration. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
On third down. Murray flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to fourth down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Taken in at the 11. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Carolina. That's a punt return of 89 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket.
And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. Gano for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. 56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. Check the tight, check the tight. Check tight. Mike, 56. Mike, 56. Watch the run, watch the run. 56. Mike, 56, right there.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a gain of 7.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. K1 short. Able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. To throw, it's Murray. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Brian Burns. And now... Boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Going to Pittsburgh. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check 26, check 26.
Another try for Davis. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but still well short here with 4th and goal looming.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will extend the lead out to 24. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Murray now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Check Mike 54. Mike 50. Hey, it's our time. It's our time. Mike 5-4. Mike. Hey. Mike 5.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go now. Time to end it. Check, 43. Switch up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal.
Me and you all day.
Here's Davis. And he is going to lose yardage here. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Gano's kick is good, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now on 1st down, Drake again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of...
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A first down carry for Davis. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, a give to Davis. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Murray now on 1st down. Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard gain brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd down, Davis. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. On 1st down, it's Davis. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Carolina, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.